This is Sean. What I'm working on today is I'm going to be changing out the coupler on this new excavator. And so I've got a local manufacturer that has built me a new coupler, the Kubota style coupler. And what they're going to do is they're going to take this Wain tag style and they're going to weld the Kubota ears onto it. So what I want to do this morning, I want to get this bucket off of here, get it on my trailer here, and take it up to the manufacturer and pick up the other coupler. So that's what I'm working on right now. On this style coupler, you have this single pin here. This happens to be an 1 3/4 pin. And how am I going to get that to turn? Oh, that goes. Okay, so anyway, this is a really tight fit right here. I think I'm going to have to put the camera down. This pin is really jammed in here. Probably a good reason to replace this thing anyway. Okay. So now, I think this main pin wants to pop out of here. And I'm not sure what's going to happen when it does. I think it's going to hang on, but I guess we'll find out. Get out of the way here. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this will be the coupler that I replace, and this is the bucket that I'm going to carry into the manufacturer. So I need to get this strapped down and secured really well. I put a piece of plywood on it, so hopefully it won't slide around too much, but we'll see how that works out. I'm over here at the attachment place, so we're about to get swapped out here. Yeah. Easy enough. That poor pallet. Beautiful. I'll strap the hell out of it. Thank you. All right. Nice. Okay, that wasn't super elegant, but it got it on there easily, and now she's strapped down, and I'm ready to roll. So, pretty happy with that. I am back here in the shop, and I've got the X in here, and so what I want to work on right now is I want to get this tag coupler off of here, and I've got to pull this bolt. That'll get that to slide out, but I'm taking a look at this, and somebody actually welded this nut, I think, on here, so I'm gonna have to do something there. That's pretty annoying, but there's the other side of it right there. And so I've got the new coupler, and I guess I want to try to get this old one off of here today and get the new one on. Yeah, that was just a bolt that was bent. You can see, look at that, it's just completely bent. Anyway. Okay, well, now this should beat out of here, but that's gonna let go of the thumb, so I think I wanna put a strap around it, just in case. Moving pretty good. Okay, I came up with an old piece of 80-20, and hopefully that'll get it a pretty decent way through there. So let's see how we do. Crush all my tools. So this pin has to come all the way out. Nice. Okay, and then I think the 80-20 stuck in there is still holding the other one. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Let me see if I can lift up the... I think the thumb needs to lift up. Just a tick. That's a heavy thumb. Woo! Yeah, I hope these straps hold. Cart with wheels on all four sides with a little spin. That is a beast, that's for sure. Okay, let me figure out what to do here. I'll be right back with you guys. I got this coupler off the old Wain Roy tag style, and this thing is way too heavy to try to move. So I think I'm going to bring the mini Bobcat in right through there, and I'll bring the new one in with me. And I'm going to put the new one on this cart because this one rolls on all four sides. Here is a root rake and the new coupler that I got from USA Attachments. They're less than an hour from me, and they have my old 36-inch bucket, and they are going to weld these Kubota ears onto it to make it work. But look what I bought the other day, and I'll talk more about why I'm doing this conversion in a second. So let me get this coupler, hopefully, onto my little cart. Okay. Okay, so because I have a thumb on here, this pin will be replaced with the one that's in there because that's the one that fits the thumb. So the first thing I want to do is get this pin out of here. Squared off that chisel. Okay, I forgot I had an air chisel, and I had to cut off the point though to keep from squishing and expanding that roll pin, but it's down in there. I'll take a look at it in a sec here. But for now, this pin ought to come out of here now. So let me get some gloves on because this thing's covered in grease. Look at that. That thing is a monster. No, that one's getting replaced. Yeah, anyway. Okay, well, if you take a look here, okay, if you take a look right here, I'm at 14 and 15/16. for an outer width. And if we look at the old one, we are at 13 and an eighth. So I just talked to USA Attachments, and they want me to bring this in, and they want me to take this coupler back to them. So, dang it. Okay, I just ran up to USA Attachments, and I wish you all had said something before I ran up there. But this space right here, which is wider than the thumb, that is what, and I didn't even think about it, but that's what takes the bucket. So they can't make that any narrower. And I knew that, I just didn't think about it, and y'all didn't say anything. So what we came up with is I'm gonna send them a couple of pictures of this, and I'm probably going to take them the thumb, and they're going to either take this off and move it over a little bit, maybe put a new plate on there. It shouldn't be that bad. They said they can probably do it while I wait. So I got this back together here. This one pin that was in there, that went in easily. And I'm just waiting now to hear what they have to say after I send them some pictures. So yeah, that's where we're at. I just got back from USA Attachments, and they ended up giving me a new finger for my thumb. And so what we did is we used my original cylinder. They helped me with a new pin there and a couple of spacers, and they tried to clean up that bushing a little bit. But I guess what I'm going to do now is try to get this thing reattached. So I wanted to bring you all along. Oh, they also added some ears to my bucket. Now this bucket was a little bit tricky, so the ears are kind of high. So I'm going to see if that will work or not. I may lose a little bit of breakout force. And the other thing, I showed them this thumb right here, or not thumb, this ripper tooth, and they're going to make one with serrations on it for me. So let's see if I can get this thumb and coupler back together finally. If you look down in there, you can see that it's not quite lining up. So I'm going to try to get it to line up a little bit better. Okay, I think that's the best it's looked yet. If we can just get this thing to slide in. Come on, baby. All right, it's going. I just wish I didn't have to beat this poor pin so hard. And I don't know if trying to let it loose or keep it where it's at, it's going to be better. Maybe I should have greased the pin, I don't know. Look at that. Okay. Look at that. There it is. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, well, I feel pretty good about it. We will have to wait till morning to hook up a bucket because it's 7 o'clock by now. Major success, look at that. Okay, that's my first hookup to a bucket with the new coupler, and it looks really good. I just got back from USA Attachments, and look at what they built for me. They sell this tooth, but they don't have any kind of serrations on it, and so they custom designed and custom made this one for me. So I've used both kind of teeth, ones that are smooth and then ones that have these teeth on them, and I find the teeth to be very, very helpful. and so I paid extra for them to design this for me. So that's a one-of-a-kind tooth, and I'm kind of wondering if they're going to change their design and start selling their tooth, the standard tooth with teeth on it, but we'll see. So I just got back, I wanted to bring you all along, and I guess I'm going to use my new Kubota quick attach or quick coupler to switch. So here we go. That's not going to work. This pin that they gave me, they welded like a little tiny piece of rod on here, and that broke off instantly. So I usually put one of these on. This is like a tab for like a fold down trailer ramp, and it just gives you a ton of surface area on the inside here where the hole is and on the outside to weld to. So that's what I did with that pin right there. And I like to put the bolt side where I can see it, so if it does fall off, I can tell. Maybe go a little bit looser on that. Okay, there it is. Oh, look at that, I scratched it with the mini Bobcat. But a tooth like this is really nice because it doesn't disturb too much soil around a tree. You can just break up the roots. So I'm excited to use that. I've got a couple of jobs where I'm clearing some land. But I guess the question is, was it worth it to switch out this Wayne Roy style tag with the regular Kubota? And in my particular case, I had to put a new finger on, the thumb finger as well. I was able to use my existing cylinder, so I'll have to calculate up how much I've got into it. But I think being able to find Kubota buckets and stuff used, I think it's going to be worth it. And I think I may have already shown you this bucket that I found. I think I paid $1,000 for this used, and that's like a 22-inch or so, but same kind of thing. It's a used Kubota bucket, so they're much easier to find than the tag ones, at least for this size machine. Now my buddy Brian, the concrete guy, he swears by his tag. He says it's way easier to find stuff. He's got like a 3.5 ton Kubota. So anyway, there it is. Well, it's been a couple of months since I got that quick coupler put on, and I've had some time to think about if it was worth it or not, and I wanted to talk about that with you. But look what I've been up to. scuba diving season is back up and running, and I've been doing some shark's teeth. So that's a really big one, but that side's in pretty poor condition. So back to that coupler. The main problem I have is I had bought that excavator and it was a X rental unit. So a lot of those rental units have the tag style on it. And yes, it was definitely worth it for me. The only problem I had was I found another excavator with the coupler, the Kubota coupler, for cheaper than I paid for mine. And so that kind of was a drag. But I definitely think that I personally like to go back to OEM with everything. And so, yes, I think it was worth it. I've got this bucket, the 22-inch. I've got the root rake right there, which works really well. You've seen that in a recent video. And then I've also got the original tag, which they converted. And that's like a 34 or 36-inch. That one works really well too. So I guess I'll go ahead and end this video. It's a rainy day. I've been working on the computer today instead of doing any work outside. But oh, cost wise, I think I paid like $1,500 for the coupler itself, and I think they cut me a deal on the thumb finger because they felt bad for me. And so I probably have about maybe 2,500 bucks or a little bit more into the conversion. And so if you can find a machine that's got the Kubota style on it, then that would be ideal. If not, it is possible to do the conversion. And once you do it, you just kind of go for it. So it's done. It's been working really well. I do like the Kubota style. You see I've got a bunch of other buckets with it on there. So I guess I'll go ahead and end this video here. Hey everybody, this is Sean. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and even though it was a little bit off topic, if you did, make sure you hit the like and subscribe and let me know what you thought in the comments. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Thanks again for watching.